Hmm. Yes. Fantastic. I need to give you this still. Let's save. Man, I need to play more games like this. I started playing Pillars of Eternity. Thoroughly enjoy that one. Ouch. That actually kind of hurt. Oh, dear God. I wasn't ready for this. Oh, well, that wasn't all that bad. You're gonna poison me, aren't you? Oh, dog. Anything in here? Necromiser? Alright. Make more of you. Wait, full. Let's get these people. Definitely helps having the oh, there's a key on the ground? Oh, did I miss it? Don't see it in here. I don't see the key in there. Is it in the workshop? I just can't see it. I don't see a key. Maybe I'm just blind. Think, Albrecht, you found us. We're liable to starve in here. Damn zombies. You made short work of them, though, eh? Oh, Wheel Clan. Okay. What happened here? Looks at his shoes a bit sheepishly. I would, be responsible for this. I found ancient necromancer laboratory off an old abandoned access cavern. I researched his journals. I deduced a way to reproduce what he has done through magic by using scientific principles. You created all the zombies? I was irresponsible. I'm sure it was an accident. First one I created began an awful, horrific screeching and flailing about. Knocked over my chemicals, and before I knew what was happening, they were coming out of the floor. They were everywhere. Luckily, I was able to get back to warn everybody. Where's the laboratory? I'll ask him. The door, be careful. He hands me the key. Look for Erland Ironheart. You know him? Of course I know him. I'm him. Oh, brother sent me to go ask you to go home. Thrain, poor Thrain. He's been overprotective of me since father died. He blames himself for it. You know, what happened to your father? Rather than not speak of it anymore, I'd best be on my way home so my dear brother doesn't worry himself to death. Muscle Maker. Pick the other stuff up. Alright, so I got 2 schematics. Necromizer and Muscle Maker. Necromizer. Toronto Corpse Friend, just integrate. Necromizer can... Is that like for resurrection? Can you... Is that an actual resurrection? Oh, do I need to talk to him again? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, he hands me a key, but I already cleared it out. Guess I'll go back. I mean, I don't see anything in here to do. I mean, there's not much I can do. Oh. Maybe it's not a quest to actually turn in. I'll try to talk to him one more time before we leave. All right. So is that quest completely done? Yeah. So, like, I don't have to go back to Quintara. I don't know why I keep doing that. Good job, Sog. Oh. Oh, you're back? Quick. Why are you insulting me? I'm willing to try. Perhaps we can speak like civil beings. Very much like that. Who are you? My name is Mr. Windy, Master of the Hunt. It's a pleasure to meet you. He looks at the sky, seems somewhat distracted. The pleasure is mine. Said you're Master of the Hunt? Group of hunters who supply Katara with food and other supplies. I am the commander. I see. There are a lot of hunters here in Katara? No, we're a small group, or a small community here, and we never have need more than 3 to 4 hunters at any given time. Yeah, happen to know the hour? You tell him. Very worried. There's a hunter who left here yesterday and hasn't returned. Normally, I'd not be concerned, but he was hunting in the forest near dark fens. There's strange things in those swamps. Could I help? Would you? I need to go on another hunt, but I could tell you where he was hunting, and you could travel there. I'm sure it's nothing, but I get worried about hunters. If you could see to it that he is safe and on his way home, I could offer you some elven chainmail. Done. Thank you so much. I can mark your map, the general area where he's hunting. Thank you. It is a small community. I can hardly find anybody here. Get him out, fool. He has some sort of problem that I could help you with? Oh, one of those, eh? Wrath doesn't need some imbecile adventurer walking around his business. Leave me before I'm forced to smite you, fool. Your name is Wrath? That's fitting somehow. Look, Dwarf, are you a friend of Jormund's? He would have told you not to bother me. I would have added, to add this to his workload of his. I don't know Jormund. Punish me for, punish him because of me. Punish him, if I have a notion to you. It's none of your business. Leave my house. Alright.
How can I help you?
Seems a little angry.
What type of healing do you want? What is it? Yes, of course. What is...
Stop! I don't want to talk to any of you. We'll try to go in these houses, I guess. I just must have been clicking wrong. Did not expect to find one of my dwarven blood here. A home. What do you wish of me? Looking to find the elves responsible for banishing Black Mountain Clan. I know nothing of that. I renounced all my dwarven affiliations to come here and study the ways of magic. For information of that nature, you need to consult with Raven. Who's Raven? She's the daughter of the Silver Lady, the Queen. Raven effectively runs Katara. Said you were a mage? That's a bit unusual, is it not? Been drawn towards magic for my entire life. Unlike the dwarves, I had no affinity for things of a technological nature. Why do you live here? I'm on a tutorial agreement with my teacher, Wrath. I'm unable to leave until my contract is finished. Seems spoke with Wrath. He's extremely bitter, isn't he? He's the most bitter elf you could ever hope to encounter. But my contract runs until the end of his life. In exchange for training in magical arts, I agreed to serve him. But that bitter old elf can last another 2, possibly 300 years. Why'd you agree such an indeterminate length of service? No elf wanted to take a dwarf as an apprentice. He was the best offer I could get. It wasn't bad at first, when Wrath was simply surly. Over the past 50 years or so, he's become increasingly bitter and difficult to work for. I do not know what I will do if I can't convince him to release me soon. I should just leave. I would never dishonor myself. So the only thing that can release me besides his death is his word. Perhaps I can convince him? Thanks for offer, but interference would only serve to anger him, which would lead to greater torment for myself at his hands. For certain, I'll be on my way then. Sucks to be you, dude. I could kill him, I guess, but I'm not sure Magnus would like that. Hardly any gold. Greetings, maiden. May I ask your name? But of course, I'm known as Cal Nadrill. In the elven tongue, however you may call me Fawn. What, you're Fawn? What do you do here? Oh, forgive me for not telling you before. I'm accustomed to everyone knowing my position. I'm Master Healer. I'm here to help all those in need of restoration. Awesome. Alright, now we know where it's at. Probably won't get that far in healing anyway, but never met. Why do you say these things? You really just get in the way with me. I barely stand the sight of you. Are not reason and civility sacred to the elven virtues? I'm sorry. Sometimes emotions get better than me, sir. Please let us speak as equals. Let's do so. Oh. Still very beautiful, her eyes betray the great age and wisdom, as well as a lively spark obtaining youth. Of course, in your tongue I'm called the Whisper. Might I ask who you are? Mikey. Pleasure to meet you, Mikey. What brings you to Katara? Got through, tasting the local flavor and whatnot. Long story, tell her story. Stop for a moment. So, of all your adventures started when you walked from the wreckage of that, what did you call it? Blimp? Yes. That's quite a tale, and I appreciate you trusting me with it. I'm I'd like to give you something as well, perhaps to aid you in the upcoming day. She hands me a small gem. Might help you too. Well, become a little less conspicuous. Well, thank you. What do you do here? Suppose you could call me a scientist. You heard anyone heard me say that, I'd be thrown to the floor. Scientist. What is it you're studying? Studying local wildlife, where there are strange and magical creatures in the glimmering forest. None has really taken the time to catalog them all. Study their unique characteristics, and I'm doing so. What creatures are you studying right now? We're now cataloging the will-o-wisps. According to their particular essence, I'm almost finished, and I can't seem to gather a sample from a rare Volar's wisp. What do you mean by essence? Some will-o'-the-wisps, when die, leave behind what is known as their essence. It's a physical manifestation of their magical properties. Sometimes it is used in magical potions and poisons. We have an apothecary here in Qatar, Mr. Sharp, who specializes in this sorts of things. Perhaps, what is this Volar's wisp? Special kind of will-o'-wisp, very rare, typically hostile. You can tell them by their blue hue. Will-o'-the-wisps come in all colors, but only Volar-wisp is blue. I've had the most difficult time finding one and gathering its essence. Well, perhaps I could be of assistance. Yes, perhaps you could. I've been very busy here. I haven't been able to go out for wisp hunting. If you were to bring me some essence of Volar's wisp, I would offer you a magical scroll. Can't use it. You'd be interested in something like that? Sure. Wonderful. You travel within the glimmering forest long enough, you should run across one. Alright. Fantastic. We'll find Raven. I'm assuming Raven's over here because it looked like there were guards.
You're bothering me. What do you want?
Awesome. I love it when they have dialogue. We never met. Why do you treat me so?
I'm sorry, but I can't look past your obvious flaws. Please, just leave me alone.
Just throw her off. Might make an exception.
Yes, I suppose I can overlook your faults for now. What is it that you want of me?
Might I ask your name?
My name is very old and very long. Perhaps it would be best if you simply called me Raven.
You have a moment.
Of course.
I'd like to ask a few questions.
Certainly. How can I help you?
I need to speak to the Silver Lady.
The Silver Lady? Oh, you mean my mother. That's quite a request, and one not so easily granted.
Want to speak with me.
That might very well be. But forgive me if I don't let a strange dwarf walk right in and converse with my mother. She may be our queen, but I oversee the daily matters here in Kantara.
How can I convince you the urgency?
You'll have your chance. Forgive me if I seem a little abrupt, but I've many things on my mind today, and there's much to be done. Once I've taken care of some of the more pressing matters, I'll talk with you about your needs.
Perhaps I could be of service.
I'm not sure. You are a dwarf, after all. I'm making no judgments about you as an individual, but elves and dwarves do not always see eye to eye.
I'm willing to overlook those differences for now.
There is a group of humans camped about a day's journey from here. We know not what they want, but where humans go, trouble usually follows.
You'd like me to do?
The place they are camped at is called Falcon's Egg, and it is considered a holy place for the elves of Kantara. We would like you to find out why the humans are there and remove them.
Sure.
Splendid. Are you sure you understand what needs to be done? There are a few things that are very important that you know. Of course. What would you like to know?
Falcon's Egg. What sort of place is it?
Falcon's Egg, as I told you, is elven holy ground. Many years ago, there was an elven queen, and her name was Falcon. She was out hunting one day and with her bow shot a stag. When she had caught up with it, it was lying next to a pool of water, slowly bleeding from a wound in its side.
What happened?
The stag spoke to her, and within it were the spirits of the elves who had become the soul of the stag, and with her arrow she had pierced both it and them. And they were both sad and afraid, as the stag's life was their own. And when it died, so would they.
What did Falcon do?
She could do nothing. She sat with the stag's head in her arms, sang its stories, and washed its wound with her tears. And the ache in her heart grew as the old elven voices faded. Grew so much that when they finally passed, she passed with them.
Sad story.
Of course. What would you like to know?
How could they
It
be
doesn't
removed?
matter to me how you remove them, but you must understand this. Under no circumstances are you to shed blood on that ground. The
Oh.
spirits there exact their price, and you do not want to pay it. Do you understand? Do not raise your hand against another.
Well, okay.
Of
Sure.
course. What would you like to know?
How do I get
It's
there?
not far from here. I'll mark your map with the location.
Thanks. Alright, there's Falcon's egg. Don't spill blood, huh? It's been interesting. I'm not very good at talking people out of stuff. Find these guys. This way. Hello, sir. Who are you? I'm William Bench, outdoorsman and naturalist, head of this bunch. See you here. Might you be? I'm Mikey. Pleasure. What are you doing here? I'm surveyor of this team. We're employed the Torrinsdale Logging Company. We contract to map out the surrounding lands, which were recently purchased by Torrinsdale, and report the usability of its resources. Fairly standard job, really. We have a problem here, Mr. Bench. Oh, really? What it might be? You're not supposed to be here. I see no problem here, stranger. In fact, monkey can attack us? I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. It's private property, and you're trespassing. He motions to his cronies, who eye you suspiciously. This is Elven Holy Ground. Damn bleeding heart elves, always trying to save the forest. Here on solid ground, legal ground, if the elves have a problem with it, they can bring their complaints to the courts. These are new times, and people are going to have to live with them. I don't think you understand. How I do this? No bloodshed.